Und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge vom Madden 16. Die letzte Folge vor den Playoffs, also die letzte Regular Season Folge. Dann kommen die Playoffs, also nächstes Wochenende heißt es ranklotzen wahrscheinlich. Wie immer werde ich mich auch während diesem Spiel muten, um mich zu konzentrieren. Vor allem, gut, ich werde vorher nicht gucken, wer der Gegner ist. Vorab werde ich einfach sagen, wir werden erst nächstes Wochenende, also am Samstag, den, kurz gucken, 23. glaube ich, sehen, wer unser Gegner ist. Bis dahin werde ich nicht mal vorlinsen. Vielleicht sieht man schon am Ende der Folge, wer der Gegner ist, aber glaube ich kaum. Denn, ja, warten wir mal ab. Vielleicht sehen wir, wer der nächste Gegner ist, vielleicht auch nicht. Ich hoffe, es wird nicht vorher angezeigt. Ich freue mich schon auf das erste Playoff-Match, egal gegen wen. Und dann interessiert es mich vor allem, wer alles in den Playoffs sind, wenn man es irgendwie sehen kann. Das werden wir am Ende der Folge sehen. Momentan muss ich hier jetzt noch die Points verteilen, bevor ich dann mich mute. So, haben wir das auch noch erledigt. Was ich mit den Erfahrungspunkten dort oben machen kann, weiß ich nicht, aber wahrscheinlich steigt da der Level vom Coach, keine Ahnung. Ich kenne mich mit diesem Spiel nicht so aus, aber es macht Mordspaß, wie man Touchdown wirft und so weiter. Egal. Gehen wir zum nächsten Gegner. Wie gesagt, Revanche gegen die Green Bay Packers. Also How I Met Your Mothers Marshall Erickson trifft auf immer wieder Jim's Green Bay Packers. Weiß nicht, wie die Figur heißt in der Serie. Hab's mal ein paar Mal geguckt, aber keine Ahnung. Also dann mute mich. Man hört sich am Ende der Folge wieder. Bis dahin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of tight ends will be on the field today looking to do whatever it takes to give their team an advantage. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings. With that, it's out to the frozen tundra and a snowy Lambeau Field, as that's where we'll find our commentating team of Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
So that means Cordero Patterson will be back for the opening kick. And here we go, two rivals ready to square off. And a touchback. Bridgewater's coming out now. He's got one of the better quarterback ratings in the NFL this season. The Packers lined up in the nickel.
Let's go.
Bridgewater's back in shotgun formation. And it's batted down as it gets when it comes to offensive production.
Double tight end formation. Second down and 10.
Good for only a yard. And now here's the Packers defense. Last week, this group came up with 3 forced turnovers.
That last play was a run. Third down coming up.
Let's go. Going for the deep ball. He's wide open for the grab.
Well, there's no substitute for talent. And that time we saw a lot of talent from the quarterback throwing it down the field. And what a good job of the wide receiver making the catch.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. Adrian Peterson takes the football. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Vikings take it from the 38. Boyd's there to make the tackle.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
Let's go.
Up in the air and comes down with the catch. That receiver, Phil, is a quarterback's dream. Going high in the air on a high throw and getting the reception.
Oh, man, do quarterbacks love that? They throw it and think, oh, my gosh, that's bad. They're ready to chase the defender down with an interception. But no, the wide receiver goes up and just makes an awesome catch.
Almost intercepted.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
The Packers defense now is going to go nickel. Second and goal from the 9.
What a way to start the game. First possession touchdown. As we get near the end of the opening quarter, they've grabbed the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, things have been rough so far, haven't they? It's been fun to watch. Each team is being very competitive and physical, but that's a nice thing to do, to score that touchdown and get a lead here late in the first.
Bridgewater certainly given his team some momentum with that scoring drive. He just put together a possession where he threw for more than 60 yards. Montgomery's got it. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. Rodgers going to march onto the field, having already this season found the end zone over 20 times with his passes.
It's been said many times, we know about his arm when you talk about Aaron Rodgers, but it's the foot movement, getting out of trouble, and throwing the football on the run that really separates him from a lot of other quarterbacks.
The Packers snap it at the 26. Lacey takes the hit and is brought down. Now that we've got a moment, let's look at the Packers offense. You are looking at the most dangerous passing unit in the NFL. The Packers take it from the 28. Rodgers hits Jermichael Finley with that pass. Here's how the Vikings defensive lineup. We're talking about a unit that's best in the league against the pass. We're through one quarter, and we'll take a short break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It'll be third down. They bring in the extra tight end.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Another third down stop right there, and into the second quarter of play now. We really haven't seen this offense on track quite yet.
Yeah, let's give all the credit to the defense. I like how they're playing on the defensive side. The defensive coordinator's making good calls, and they are making it happen.
And he punts it, and it's going to sail out of bounds, trying to play kick away from that dangerous returner. And here's Peterson getting ready to man his spot in the backfield again. And he'll be hoping to get a little something going on this drive, Phil, because so far he hasn't contributed very much.
Well, the good news is they're winning. The bad news is they can't run the football. If they want to continue to win or to be winning when this thing is over, they got to pick up this run game. Peterson's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
First down at the 47. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about when you talk about blitzing. Space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting that sack.
Snatches it with one hand.
Well, if I was the quarterback, I would throw it to this guy every single time. When you make a catch like that, as a quarterback, you must have great confidence in him.
Halftime is coming up, but first we reach the 2-minute warning. And now returning to the field, just 2 minutes to go, and it's a big spot as we've got an offense that would love to increase that lead before the intermission. First down at the 23. And picks up maybe 3 or 4.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Bridgewater standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Touchdown, Vikings. He now has 11 touchdown receptions on the season.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
And the point after is good. The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Montgomery is going to start his return. And the tackle is made right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense coming back onto the field here, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3 and out again, you know what's going to happen? Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the...
And the quarterback cannot escape Floyd.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Aaron Rodgers going to take it from the shotgun. Jumps up and hauls it in. Lacy takes the hit and is brought down.
Quarterback should have never thrown at that time. Even though he completes the pass, he should have seen the defense was right there. A loss of a couple yards.
Lacy lines up in the backfield. Handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
The Packers know what a situation they were in right there, and it was a tough one. 3rd and long, what are you going to do? Well, they decide to run the football, and I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
That'll do it for the first half. We'll be sending you to Larry Ridley back in our studios as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. The second half is officially underway. Takes the knee. Rodgers will now bring his offense onto the field and start this next drive at the 20. The Packers talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going. Lacy is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Second down coming up. Intercepted! Phil, second half, same defense, same script. An interception, and they still have the shutout going.
Yeah, this has been fun to watch, Jim, all day long, man. This defense they have been sharp, they've hustled, their techniques are perfect, and that's why they still have a big old 0 on the scoreboard against the opposing team. Running backs in the NFL now, it's hard to bring them down. That time, nice job of breaking a tackle.
2nd and 1 on the way. The Packers with a nickel look here on defense. Out of the gun. And he's thrown to the ground.
Well, that's the quarterback's fault. My gosh. The safety, that's who he is supposed to look at all times. When he's under center and when he drops back, he takes his eyes off of him. And what happens? Well, he gets sacked.
The Vikings will line up. The first down markers right at the 31-yard line. The Vikings snap it at the 41. Knocked down.
Vikings really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's 3rd long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. And it's swatted away.
Well, anytime you run a fake punt and you let somebody throw the football besides the quarterback, even though the play is there and everybody's wide open, you still have a chance of not making it work. Why? Because the guy throwing it is not an NFL quarterback.
Tackled down at the 47. That's his first reception today.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
The Vikings defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Looking at every option. And it's out of bounds, incomplete. Third down. Rodgers alone in the backfield. Rodgers from the shotgun. The reception by Adams. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Jim, when you're down multiple scores in the second half, you're looking for the little things to get momentum on your side. So just get a first down. Don't look for the big plays. That was a good job by the offense that time.
Lacy lines up in the backfield. And he's forced to the ground.
The offensive line that time had no idea this cornerback was coming on the blitz. He timed it perfectly, and the speed and the talent to get there, and he gets the sack on the QB.
Knocked down as he fires it.
Well, I know this. When it comes to these situations, don't take a chance, because if you do, I promise you, it's going to backfire.
Now looking at third down. They send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Pulls it in. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 3rd and long. Nobody open down the field, so the quarterback does the only thing he can do. Throw it short.
So 3 quarters in the books, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the action on a day where defenses have ruled. They bring back out the offense to go for it. The Packers need to get to the 34 for a 1st down. The final quarter begins with this snap. And it's batted down. The Vikings counted on the passing game early, but it slowed down after a hot start. Bridgewater's trying to adjust to the defense, but it hasn't worked out.
Well, he's tried, but listen, there's nothing he can do about the offensive line. It's not been as sharp, and I'll tell you what, when an offensive line is not sharp, our quarterback's going to lose confidence.
Pass is intercepted. This defense continues to do what it can to keep them in the game, but the offense has given them no help at all today.
Yeah, and you know, Jim, I don't think the offensive coordinator or the head coach has helped the offense out here enough. They've been so conservative, so careful. That's not going to get points in this league. You've got to be aggressive and take some chances.
The Packers came into today's game with that renowned, dangerous passing attack. Every team knows that, and we've seen somebody now finally game plan and keep them in check, Phil.
Wow, what a job by the defense. They have been solid. They have confused the offense. That's why this offense is struggling, but also the offensive line has had some spotty play. When you have spotty play by the offense, the quarterback is usually going to follow. There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
Rodgers all by himself in the backfield for this snap. 1st down and 10. Looking across the middle, very nearly intercepted. The Packers have had one of the best offenses in the league this season, but here they've been kept in check, and it's a reason why they're behind right now, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, I just think they were not ready to play today's game. And look, we have found out in any level of sports, you just can't go out there and turn the switch on. It's a bad day by the offense.
Rodgers over to Nelson.
The defense, they have a lead here in the 4th quarter, so they're willing to give up short pass completions, but good job by the offense.
Aaron Rodgers backed off the line, shotgun formation. From the shotgun. Finley's got the catch and the 1st. That's another reception. Give him 2.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
Time enough to squeeze in one more play before the 2-minute warning here in the 4th. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a moment. Just 2 minutes left in this one. We're back now for the end of the 4th quarter. 1st down. Pressure on every snap now. From the gun. Stands in the pocket. Eddie Lacy makes the catch. 2nd down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way.
Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout. Keep those timeouts because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game.
Huge 3rd and long coming up, and they're certainly in 4-down territory as well. 3rd down and 13. And that pass is going out of bounds, incomplete. The coach is going to go for it. Crucial play here. 4th down on the way. From the gun, Rodgers. Looking long. The Packers turn
strong arm, but I am starting to question his touch. Need a little more touch on those deep passes. That time he overthrows the receiver.
The Vikings retaking the field with their offense in a game that hasn't been very pretty here of late. Turnovers by both teams on the last 2 possessions.
Well, define the word pretty. I think if you ask the defensive teams, hey, they love this game. It's beautiful. So far the takeaways by the defense, that's the story.
Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson. The Packers use another timeout here, and they have 1 left. 2nd down now. Takes it from the eye. Peterson's met after a gain of 3. Timeouts called, and we're going to step aside. Be back in just a moment. Ball at the 47. Bridgewater by himself in the backfield.
Let's go.
Bridgewater's going to take it from the gun. Oh, it almost picked off that time.
What a job by the defender that time, reading the quarterback and the receiver and being in position to knock that football away. That is really well played. That's a clinic. Put that on the highlight film and show guys how to do it.
And it's a fake. They're running a fake. On the money. Montgomery's the one who brings him to the ground.
How about that play? The punter can do more than just kick it. He can throw it too. He is a very good athlete, and that was a nice throw. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
And they are in on Peterson, but not until it was a gain of 5 on the play.
Well, that's just the right call to make. In this situation, just run the football. Don't try to be some genius and catch the defense off guard. Manage the clock and just get this game over with.
They call his number once more. Runs it across for the score. Touchdown.
What a job by the offense. So little time left to drive down the field and score. That just ices the game. Nice job by the whole football team today, but especially on the offensive side.
He made it. The Packers have their backs to the wall as they give up a score they could not afford to yield. The score's 21-0. Montgomery's got it on the return. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense comes back onto the field, and there's nothing they can do to pull out victory here. Just a snap or two, and then it's on to the locker room to explain this loss, Phil.
Yeah, listen, today was not their day. The other team was just better. Give some credit to the defense, but the offense was not sharp, and I don't think the game plan coming into today's game was the one they needed to try and run.
That pass play picked up only 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up. It deep. Nelson's got it on a pass that had some heat. Mark down for another reception. Going to the hurry-up. Under a minute to go here. And this will probably wrap things up here. The Packers snap it at the 36. Going for the home run. And it's incomplete. No stopping this team. They mount another victory here today to keep the streak going.
I think you said it right. There's no stopping him. It's going to be hard to stop him. I don't know how you're going to do it. Everything is going well. Good decisions by the coach, the quarterback, the defense. Everybody's playing well. Look out.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.
So, und da sind wir auch wieder. Es war verdammt geil. Schneekulisse, vor allem die Abdrücke konnte man sehen. Nicht alle, irgendwie war es ein bisschen blöde. Wenn ein Spieler auf dem Schnee gelandet ist, gab es keine Abdrücke. Geschweige, wenn der Ball im Schnee landet, keine Abdrücke. Aber so eine geile Sache mit dem Schneekulisse. War viel geiler als bei FIFA. Bei FIFA ist sowas nicht so geil. Wenn es überhaupt irgendwelche Spiele gibt, wo mit Schnee gespielt wird. Also Daumen hoch für diese Sache. Und zum anderen muss ich sagen, hat mich es ziemlich irritiert. Ich wusste nicht, wo ist der Touchdown-Feld? Oh, scheiße und so. Trotzdem 21:0 gegen die Green Bay Packers, also Revanche geglückt. Man sieht hier Wildcard, das heißt, wir sind dann in den Playoffs. Man sieht ja auch hier, da kann ich es nicht zeigen. Die Anzeige von Season. Das nächste Match ist ein Playoff-Match. Und das werden wir, entschuldigt mich für den Husten, und das werden wir nächstes Wochenende sehen. Das erste Playoff-Spiel in dieser Season. Für die Regular Season ist es momentan jetzt zu Ende und ich freue mich schon auf die Playoffs. Wer wird unser erster Gegner sein? Wir können noch sicherheitshalber einfach die Tabelle gucken, wie es so aussieht. Müssen, glaube ich, alle vorbei sein. Wie gesagt, erster Platz die Vikings, Jets haben wir hier, die Cowboys, Packers, Eagles, die Pittsburgh Steelers, die 49ers, Broncos, Chiefs, Titans, Patriots, Ravens. Also das sind mal die ersten 12. Ich vermute, es werden 12 sein. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Aber die Broncos vielleicht dabei oder nicht? Keine Ahnung. Keine Ahnung. Lassen wir uns überraschen. Wir sind ja am Ende dieser Folge angelangt. Ich hoffe, euch hat Spaß gemacht. Glaube ich nicht. Wenn irgendwer blöden Hate bringt, ignoriere ich es automatisch. Ich könnte auf Pro spielen, aber ich will mein erstes Ziel, wo ich seit Beginn dieses Let's Plays festgelegt habe, erreichen. Was den zweiten Season betrifft, da kann ich machen, was ich will. Also, dann verabschiede ich mich. Man hört und sieht sich in der nächsten Folge von Madden 16 und das nächstes Wochenende. Tschüss.